Belief, like fear or love, is a force to be understood as we understand the theory of relativity and principles of uncertainty, phenomena that determine the course of our lives. Yesterday, my life was headed in one direction. Today, it is headed in another. Yesterday, I believed I would never have done what I did today. These forces that often remake time and space, that can shape and alter who we imagine ourselves to be, begin long before we are born and continue after we perish. Our lives and our choices, like quantum trajectories, are understood moment to moment. At each point of intersection, each encounter suggests a new potential direction. Proposition: I have fallen in love with Louisa Ray. Is this possible? I just met her, and yet I feel like something important has happened to me.
Cloud Atlas stars Halle Berry, Tom Hanks, I'm trying to remember all the names, Hugo Weaving, Hugh Grant. Oh boy, this is the hardest one to remember. I got some notes. Jim Broadbent, Jim Sturgess, Ben Whishaw, Zhou, and among many others that you know. And it's exciting to watch them because Susan Sarandon is in it as well, but their faces are changed so much in the story, and they play small parts, they play bit parts, and they play their main roles. And a lot of them play many main roles. That's the whole point of the story. You'll probably spot a few things in what we're showing you. So enjoy, because it is a lot of fun. Cloud Atlas is an exciting spectacle of love lost, love found, freedom gained, and the struggle of the human spirit. 3 hours fly in this fascinating film. Hi, well, Cloud Atlas, 2012. Not a classic in terms of, I'm saying it's not a film that I've known for many years. I just watched it recently. It came out on home video last week, and I'm really happy to review it. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. It was great. Especially I love the whole idea of metaphysics and we've lived before and we're touched by things that follow us through our lives. It's a wonderful concept. There were a lot of surprises in it, things I didn't expect when I saw the trailer. Hence we did our own little trailer. Not that it explains everything, but I find it a compelling trailer, if I say so myself. So it reminds me of Intolerance. Came out in 1916 by D.W. Griffith, which is a similar style. It's 4 stories in Intolerance, where I think this one is 5 stories, and all the stories are in different periods. Periods in terms of saying one's in the Babylon days, and one is the 1800s, and one of them is the 1900s, and the other one I can't remember. Oh, it's a Western, I think, the other story. But it tells all of the 4 stories by editing back and forth. So it keeps coming back to one part of the story, you get an essence of that, then it goes back to that part of the story, you continue. Sort of in the tradition of soap operas, which I'm not a fan of, but I used to watch soap operas as a kid. They were compelling at first. And you know how you follow the storyline and then they go to someone else within the hour that they're playing the soap, and then they come back. But whatever. This is done in cinematic terms, obviously. Like D.W. Griffith, 1916 Intolerance, Cloud Atlas comes to the screen with this concept, and it's exciting and fun.
Nobody tells me what I can and cannot do on my own ship, especially when it concerns nigger stowaways. Mr. Borhouse, do not make a mess of my deck. Please. Look, if you could just hear me out, please.
Going to separate the scenes and the film in different ways.
I suppose I'm as hopeless as Adam Ewing, oblivious to all the unspeakable.
It'll vary so you can get a real sense of the film and the various aspects of its design through editing and narrative.
Step off the vehicle. Get down! Get down now!
I think it's very creative and definitely is one of the best films of 2012. So here is Cloud Atlas. A woman called the Fabricant, for reasons you'll see in the film. She is forced into servitude and is running for her life in a highly stylized and futuristic Korea. In another story, one man is trying to escape an insane asylum to which his brother has committed him. During the time of slavery in the U.S., a black slave running for his life befriends an educated man who is very ill on a ship, and they become codependent. In yet another story we have two unlikely characters journey where people believe is the devil's lair in a world of uncertain future. Then in this story, set in the 70s, nuclear power is a threat to oil and to anyone who stands against it. A very suspenseful tale. And in one of the other stories, a young composer struggles to alter his destiny in an intolerant world.
Lives sing of past follies and glories. The only broken note in the entire evening was Ayre's wife, Jocasta, excusing herself early. Sensed a buried bone. Later I asked Ayre about it.
What surprised me is that I was able to accept and enjoy the comedic story. Here are a few comedic scenes to demonstrate the impact of the comedy.
What the hell are you doing in my room? Keys? Go walkies. Let's give these to Miss Judd for safekeeping, shall we? Leave my things alone, you pilfering cow. Because you're new, I shall not make you eat soap powder this time. Be warned, I do not stand for offensive language in Aurora. It's not from anyone. And I never make idle threats, Mr. Cavendish. Never. I thought you how I ruddy well like, you thief. I've had a minor run-in with the wrong sort. If I don't get my hands on £60,000, I'm going to take an awful beating.
Well, get them to video it for us, would you?
What's to name you in the police report as an accomplice?
I have better things to do than this.
Let go ahead and do them, you bloody snotty snow-slodger!
Right!
Sir, madam, I assure you this is completely innocent. Two sprained ankles, one cracked rib. Official cause of accident listed on the hospital form, pussy.
Here's an example how the movie goes from comedy to drama and drama to comedy. Beautifully done. So this is not something we edited, it's actually like this in the film.
You are going to be sorry in ways you cannot even imagine.
I'm not going to spend... We need your help.
Los papeles están en orden. Mi jefe no está.
I don't understand.
Yo sé que no quiere estar la policía aquí, pero hay un hombre que quiere matarme. Realmente necesitamos tu ayuda.
Are there no true Scotsmen in the house? Those there English gallants trampling all over my God-given rights.
These people are mine.
They've used me and my pals most direly, and we're in need of a wee bit of assistance. Right, Paul?
We'll not let you down.
Now you just look at you, creeper. You can go save your bloody sporran.
This sequence is similar to what we showed you in the beginning of the show, which is about a lot of contemplation. It happens about 3 times in the film, and it's where the characters are contemplating something, philosophizing about something, and scenes or moments of their lives are being shown in the frame, and it's quite wonderful. And we're going to show you one of those at the end as well.
Fabricants can be excised for this.
Survival often demands our courage.
Knowledge is a mirror, and for the first time in my life, I was allowed to see who I was and who I might become.
Go clean ahead.
Good morning, Captain.
You can help it remain so quillcock by buggering off.
I'm afraid I can't do that, sir. If I was, I would be unable to inform you of the stowaway that I have discovered in my...
Stowaway?
I assure you that this Moriarty had no choice. Now, he has sworn to me that he is a first-class, able-bodied seaman capable of earning passage if only given a chance.
Stowaway? It's a stowaway, even if his shit's silver and nuggets.
Did he ever explain anything to you?
He told me their goal was the creation of a free-willed fabricant. Una had failed. I was their last hope.
I have to say, if all lady journalists look like you, I might start to take this women's lib thing more seriously.
Well, I'm sure they can use your support.
Sixsmith. I climb the steps of the Scott Monument every morning, and all becomes clear. Wish I could make you see this brightness. Don't worry. All is well. All is so perfectly, damnably well. I understand now that boundaries between noise and sound are conventions.